Today we're going to be doing full facial revolumization and recontouring with Kristina here. Kristina has once again decided to be a model for me. She appreciates being a model, and I appreciate having her. So with Kristina, we can show some before and afters, but what we showed on the before photos is that she has a volume loss in the temple region, and she also has a volume loss in the mid-facial region here, and also laterally through here. What we want to do with the hyaluronic acid fillers, and fillers in general, is give some volume back here, which will allow a lifting up of this region. And at the same time, by putting volume here and here, we're going to get a pulling up of her lower face by doing so. And Kristina was saying that she noticed kind of a more fullness in her lower face, and she doesn't like that. Is that right?
True.
Yes. And what we call this is when we have fullness in this region here, that's what we call the triangle of youth. And as we get older, it starts to change into the pyramid of age. And we don't want the pyramid of age, right? No. So with Kristina today, what we're going to focus on is giving her volume in her temples, lateral cheeks, and the mid-cheek region too, what they call anterior medial cheek. And so we can get some lift in here. Right up in this zone here, we can give a little bit of volume. Always like to pull back on the hub there, pull back on the syringe. It will give you a little volume. How you doing?
Good. Don't feel anything. Yay.
Good. You see her temple is slightly fuller on this side than this side. And that's nice because over time what that's going to do, particularly as I get done treating her down here, that's going to have a nice lifting effect. I'm going to do that again because I'm wiping stuff off of her. As you can see on this side, she's a bit more full as compared to this side. Sometimes that's called, not so nicely, the peanut effect, where you're kind of depressed in the side of the face here. So we have a little bit less of that concavity in this area. Now as I fill in these areas, we're going to see a nice lifting effect to the overall face, and that's going to help to create what we talked about, that triangle of youth. So right now we're going to draw some lines on Kristina here, sort of a roadmap to her treatment of her mid-facial regions. These are called the hinderers lines. So we're just going to make a few little marks here. Just injecting a small aliquot of material or filler into the area. So as we've created some changes in the contours of her face, we've filled in the hollows, we've given her a little bit more of a high point on her cheekbone here. We can see that fullness here and less concavity here. And by doing so, we get a little bit of a lift to the face. So that's nice. Also has sort of a slimming effect to the face, because with your fullness being here, it just sort of has that kind of that triangle of youth we talked about. Poke. Poke.
For good measure.
Okay. There we go. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4. Half and half is 5, and then a little more on this side and this side. So 5.5 syringes here. So that's one thing that patients will often say is that, you know, they want to get a treatment, but they don't want to look sort of artificial or quote unquote done or over treated. And we've used 5.5 syringes here on Kristina, and she has a little bit of swelling. I used mostly Voluma, but I did use a little Juvederm Ultra Plus, sort of some key areas. And I think that she has a nice sculpted face now. She has more fullness here and more fullness here, and most importantly out here laterally, so that's kind of pulling her face up. All right, so we're done with Kristina here. We gave her a more youthful look. We gave her a little bit of a lift. We put some volume in her temples, in her cheeks, of course on both sides. We used 1, 2, 3, 4 syringes of Voluma, and then we also used about a syringe and a half of Juvederm Ultra Plus. So that's 4, 5, 5.5 syringes, and she has a very nice youthful look. She's already a young gal anyway, but we made her look a little younger. She's going to get married soon, so we're going to make her look fantastic for her wedding.
Boy, thank you.
Sure. So if you have any questions, feel free to give us a call at 808-879-4909. You can also go to our website, MediSpaMaui.com.